The carriers
We got to
need
talk.
help. The carriers need help.
The
So the
carriers need
TCR
help.
was the TCR. I want to go back to that real quick too. The reason the carriers chose the TCR and is what I was told. The reason that carriers chose the TCR is because the
AT&T chose the TCR, and then
it doesn't
everybody went
matter.
with it.
Thank God somebody, I hate to say this, the other choice, it was the better of the shitty choices. Okay. The other crappy choice was actually iConnective with their lockdown mentality of
Would have been 10. Would have been 10 times the price.
and 10 times the cost for nothing. And we'd sit here and talk about that instead, saying, wait, what is the value here? And they'd create a value. And that's why the carriers were so easily convinced to do a startup as opposed to a incumbent, like a whole bunch of incumbents. Doesn't that say it all? Their own trash stunk so bad that they couldn't even stand the stink anymore. They had to go outside and get something fresh. And they did. I always called it milk, like going to get fresh milk, you know. You don't want sour milk, you're not going to go back. So they went and got fresh milk. And now everybody's yelling at the TCR. And I say one thing about the TCR. It may not do what everybody thinks it can do, but I could tell you what it did do. It put those carriers in the same playbook. It sounds horrible to say that, right? But it put them on the same page. Before that, there was no opinion. They'll never get legitimized, Verizon would say. And this will never get this. And then slowly you saw these cracks in it where that's why you saw this rush to get something out.
But the short code registry, that was unified, all the carriers used it, and it worked.
It's not the same. See, the short code registry, you would have to register at each. First off, you'd have to have a direct with each carrier, meaning you'd have to have that much business. So there's one barrier. If not, you have to go through an aggregator. Number two, you have to literally, there is no APIs. Imagine that. So you wonder why Twilios and all these people beat up the telcos and the WhatsApps because they did telco better than telcos.
Yeah.
Right? That's why.
Yeah.
Pipe better than telco. You know, why did it take off? MySpace, better than slideshows at your house, you know, or Facebook, better than, you know, sending letters to people or whatever. I don't know.
I don't understand the case for Facebook, but anyway.
No, well, don't forget, Facebook, this is the thing that we have to always be aware of. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, the Zook, what he said when he started Facebook, come to Facebook. We'll never sell you anything. We'll never sell your.
Yes, exactly.
It's your place. Remember that?
Yeah. It's an advertising company. That's all it does. It just advertises crap.
Yeah,
and
anybody does a
they
blank
sell to people. You want to talk about scams? When I support some of the scam baiters, the folks that catch the robo scammers and stuff, and I love them. I hope they all come to me because I'll support all of them at the lowest cost they've ever seen because I believe in it. I believe that they should get access and stop those scammers because I want to learn what they're doing too. So Facebook is a big one. Facebook, you know, when you hear those people that say that they have a pop-up and it says that their computer's been breached, Facebook allows that.
Yes, I know.
Facebook is the one who drags people in.
Yes.
And one of the scam baiters that I deal with, Ray Shepard, what a great guy that guy is too. He's the same name as a friend of yours, right? But that guy ends up hearing people in the background when he catches people, and he's like, "My job isn't done until the center shuts down." Now,
correct.
Because I hear all those people screaming at old people in the background for money.
Exactly.
And that makes me sick. And you know what? That's what we should be concerned about. And how can you protect that? That's another reason.
But it's the only way to control the ecosystem because, you know, the point we're making is it's all these suckerfish in the middle is the only way this is going to be solved if we regulate. So there is...
Don't regulate, lightly regulate. Regulate is very heavy and slow, right?
Yes.
But there's a new form that should be coming, and it's a light touch. You'll see that they're doing it with texting. Like they pluck out little things, even though it's an informational service, it follows all TCPA things, which is interesting. You don't get email. Do you get TCPA violations in email? So your point about regulation versus unregulated, they
Yeah.
call it out as regulated store and forward like email. You didn't put TCPA violations on email, but you put it on texting.
Because the
didn't put-
interface, yeah, but email is perfect. I have all the shit that I need to deal with. That's in my inbox. I have all the marketing crap, all the social media crap, and then all the spam. And I don't look at the social stuff. I don't look at the spam. I just look at the stuff I need to respond to. It's beautiful.
Welcome to my
It
world.
works.
This is where we're going. This is what we're providing. So now you just described it as brilliantly as always in one sentence, and I take my whole life to describe what I do, and that's it. I'm creating a communications inbox so that you can decide what you actually want and don't want, and what happens to it. Except I'm going to add that communication element to it so that you can now prioritize it. I always wanted an email to be a certain, like if I'm involved in a big project, I want certain emails to not me go in and create a rule. I just want, this is where AI should fit, right? For me, and say, when I have an important deal I'm working on, I want that communication, and I want it delivered to my phone via text. I want it going into my
however you want.
inbox, and I want it coming to me in text, SMS, when if I'm stateside, and if I'm in Europe, I want it over WhatsApp. See, predefined, simple as pie. Did I say AT&T, Verizon, Vodafone, Orange? None of them. I don't care about carriers, and I'm in telecom. I care about them, don't get me wrong. I care because they have an important level of the network they need to maintain.
Exactly.
Stop overstepping and get back to the work at hand. Get the network better, get the enhancements of innovation, and partner with the folks. To your point, Johnny, I met with T-Mobile and we're waiting.
Well, it's funny you meet with T-Mobile because they're the only one. They're trying.
I'm waiting. Like T-Mobile is the uncarrier. There's where I wanted to start. So
they're leading the way. They're trying. They care.
They need to try harder and pick up the phone and call me back, because there it is, right? Like,
hopefully they will
call me back, because I need to get this. Like, they and Verizon have something that I could plug my stuff into in their network and still have it off network, but in their network, so it would be invisible to the consumer. And imagine having a day without spam and robocalls. Just one day. Imagine just one day in your life that you didn't get interrupted. And let me tell you, I'm ADHD. I can't help it to look. Right? Like,
well, the time wasted on just sifting through all that stuff and then thinking about it is a whole nother ballgame in itself. So look, hopefully they are listening. And I mean, obviously we started getting our audience back after we've been banned quite a bit on YouTube. I mean, so I'm hoping, I know they're listening. I know the ecosystem's listening because I see the views. We see. I mean, people aren't liking our stuff, but they're listening. So I think, look, I think we got to channel this. And I think we need to really come back to this. I think we need to make this the theme of Truth in Telecoms. I started this for a reason. Well, one of them is because what they did to my buddy, Bill Peters. And if you Google me and Alan, we're being sued for subpoena. So they're trying to sue me and Alan in a different jurisdiction. This is how much of a clown show it is. And Tata, you bought a dog. You made a mistake. You were informed of all this stuff. The guys at the campaign registry, I know you like some of those guys, but one of them tried to frame another guy, which is going to come out. And we're not done with you there. So Noah, bottom line, ecosystem's broke. I don't want to go too long because we're in an hour and 15 minutes with you. And who can watch an hour and 15 minutes? But I think we sent some little shockwaves here to the industry, Alan. And I think we got enough content here. And look, I've been chasing you now for months. And I know it's not fun and people poke you for talking to us. And I've got other people saying, I can't like this, I can't like that. You're brave even coming on here with us because they can't fire me and Alan. But, hey, Cloud Communications, how come you're not talking back, Alan? How come you're not calling it back? You sponsored us. What happened? Did TCR join you? So now you're the clown. Now you're the Clown Communication. Now you're the Clown Communication Alliance. So look at the membership, Alan. Post all the membership of Meth, right? Post them. And look, like I said, they're important if it's handled right. But it's who's got the most money, who's paying the most money, who's running the show. And I don't know. Czar said he was shutting it down. I don't know.
Well, MEF,
5,000 lawyers.
It's because these people, there are, like, I think you said, there are good sucker fish and bad sucker fish, right?
There's a lot of good people out there. There's a lot of good companies. I know plenty of them.
And I deal with some really good people at the TCR. Okay, so like
No, I know you've
know
been defending
that-
him to me left and right.
And
Listen,
you
I
know
have no
what?
problem
I
with
know.
99.9% of them.
I know a lot of people that other people get treated differently, and I always am shocked, like when I hear that people get treated differently. And I don't know about that with the TCR. All I know is that
Well,
I'm
there's
gonna try
also
to
the
work with them.
agents, the vetting. Look,
I'm going to try and work
go-
with them to fix some of the stuff. They can't do it alone. They
Yeah.
got a lot of crap. They
they're,
can't. deal with the phone
they're for
numbers.
sale.
They
Why
can't
don't you
deal with-
buy them? They're
They're-
for sale.
I don't think they need to be. Well, first off,
We don't want to get into this. Their whole
Yeah.
tech team is
First
in
off,
Taiwan.
I think
just so
that-
you know, guys.
first
the whole
off,
tech team is in Taiwan. They got 30 something of their employees are all foreign owned.
well, they can
This is
fix
critical.
that.
This is
That's-
critical. They can solve it. They're not going to solve anything. They think it's okay. But that's another conversation.
Yeah,
That's the reason why
let's try
my
and get
bosses-
this concluded. Okay.
I don't want to
Yeah.
start fighting
So-
with you because I want you to come back, but I'm ready to jump into. I'm ready
That's
to jump
okay.
to the phone.
No,
again.
So
No,
I
it's
want
okay.
to. I want to focus.
Look,
I want to focus on.
I'm not going to
how
sit here
we
and
can-
kiss your ass either.
No,
So I
wanna-
think I appreciate where you're coming from, and you know what, Alan, we should end it so you'll never come back again.
No, I
think you
appreciate it too. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks a lot, guys. Speak to you
Bye-bye.
soon.
Thank you.